Americans are suffering injuries. The U.S. women's national team made a massive step toward equal pay, and a player scored a hat trick, a perfect hat trick of own goals. We're talking about all this on Tea Time. Welcome to episode 13 of Tea Time. It's unlucky episode 13 apparently because we have some massive injuries to report, and because of this, forget the tea set. We're drinking straight out of the can today because Weston McKennie has essentially broken his foot. Happened in the Champions League game against Villarreal. He had a rough tackle where almost all the defender's weight went onto his ankle. X-rays came back. 2 of his metatarsals have been fractured, and this means that he will miss the last U.S. World Cup qualifiers, and he could be out for 8 to 12 weeks. Giorena has suffered another injury setback. The man got his first start since September for Borussia Dortmund, and he only lasted 30 minutes before he left the field in tears with another injury. Ya no me enojo contigo. Good news is, though, reports have come back that Giorena's injury isn't too serious. He's only expected to miss 2 weeks, so hopefully he comes back and can help in those last 3 U.S. World Cup qualifiers. On to some more good news, though. Christian Pulisic probably had his best game this season in a Chelsea shirt in Champions League against Lille on Tuesday. This man was on one. He was slicing, dicing defenders. He was coming back and making tackles. The man was doing everything. The only thing he wasn't doing is not hitting the gritty correctly. Christian Pulisic scored his 6th career Champions League goal. Chelsea take a 2-0 lead, and they will look to beat Lille in France next month. On to women's soccer. The U.S. women's national team has reached a settlement in its pursuit for equal pay with U.S. Soccer and will be receiving $24 million. The U.S. women will now be fairly compensated for all games, including friendlies and World Cup, equal with the men's. And one big point about the settlement that's important to note is that this all hinges on a collective bargaining agreement to be ratified by the U.S. women's national team players later down the line. We will give updates on that. But this is a huge step for the women and a big moment for women's sports. Congratulations to the U.S. women's national team. Sticking with the U.S. women's national team, the She Believes Cup has wrapped up. And we're going to be completely honest, this was filmed Wednesday morning. And the final with Iceland is tonight. It's basically a winner takes all. The U.S. women's national team has to win. A draw will not be enough. So here's cheers to them winning. And here's to them not winning. It all goes down the same. One moment we also need to talk about with the She Believes Cup was the U.S. women's national team game against New Zealand this weekend, where one of New Zealand's defenders, Michaela Moore, scored a perfect hat trick of own goals. Last name is also Moore, so the Moore community is mourning this. This is a tough loss. But listen, everybody has their bad day. Keep your head up, Michaela Moore. It's going to be fine. Listen, look at Neymar. Man can't take a penalty for shit, and he had a bad weekend, but he'll come back. We'll all come back. That is all for Tea Time this week. We'll be back next week with more tea. And quickly before we go, I just want to say, Harry Kane, you are a fucking god. Thank you for saving the Premier League title race. And we'll be back next week with more updates.